guys, so today I'm going to be filming a Q&A. I feel like everyone loves a Q&A. They're one of my favourite videos to film, one of my favourite videos to watch. So I thought I would throw it back old school and do a classic Q&A. You can see my lovely Christmas bedding. It's got sausage dogs on it and they've got Christmas hats on. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed. I'm very much in the festive spirit. I've got a lot of uni work on. If you've watched my weekly vlogs then you would have known that. However, I've got a lot of uni work on, but I'm trying to stay very festive and in the Christmas spirit because it's my favourite time of year. So I asked on Instagram for your guys' questions. I feel like that little question bit on Instagram is just for Q&As. Like, I feel like it's just absolutely perfect. Also, how cute is my phone case? It's got Santas on it and it's got like this little confetti kind of glitter on it. It is just the cutest thing in the world. I put it on the 1st of December. I'm in Christmas spirit. So, the first question is your aim to do YouTube full time if that became an option? If not, what is your goal career? So, if you've watched my last weekly vlog, or actually it'll be the weekly vlog before that when this goes up, if you watched a couple of weekly vlogs ago, you all know that I actually spoke about the fact that I now have YouTube management, and I feel like since I've had them, I've now understood how people can do YouTube full time. I think before that I was like, I feel like you need so many subscribers to be able to get an income enough to do it full time. I think for me, I would absolutely love to do it if it ever came up to the opportunity of doing it full time. I think it really is because it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. I feel like it's not going to happen that often. It's a real, you know, you can't just walk into YouTube and be like, oh, can I have a career of being a YouTuber? You have to earn it yourself. So I think if it ever came around to the fact where I could do it full time, I would definitely take the opportunity because I think it is just a once in a lifetime thing, and I feel like I've built it up over so many years. The only thing for me would be the uncertainty of not knowing how much I was going to earn. I think I'd have to be at a level where I knew comfortably that I was going to earn enough money every single month rather than not knowing what was going to happen. I'd have to have been doing it for a while at that level, I think. So you said, if not, what would be my goal career? I wouldn't necessarily say that YouTube was my goal career. For me, I really want to go and work in PR. I did a PR placement at Boohoo last year. I absolutely loved it. I've also done other work experience in PR. I have worked for Estee Lauder companies and I've also worked for Debenhams. So I've done a few different PR internships, and obviously my placement year was at Boohoo last year. That is definitely the career path I want to go down. It's going to be the jobs that I'm applying for after uni. So basically fashion or beauty PR, I guess. A lot of people have said, will you move in with Bradley after uni? And this particular question says, what are your plans for after uni with Bradley? Will you buy a house, etc.? I think I've answered this before, but my plans for Bradley after uni, my plans with Bradley after uni is yes, we will be moving in together as long as everything goes to plan. I feel like I'll have a breakdown if it doesn't. Our plan is to move to London after I graduate. Bradley graduated this year, like the past year, so he graduated in July. So he's currently working full time in Nottingham, where he lives, and then the plan is for both of us to move down to London probably like June, July time next year. I absolutely love London. I loved living there last year so much. I miss it so much. But when I moved down, I think Bradley was kind of like apprehensive about kind of London and living in London and stuff. But when I moved down, I think he really kind of warmed to it and warmed to the situation, because I think I say this so many times in my normal life, and I think I've said it on YouTube a few times, that living in London is so different to going to visit for the day. Like, being a tourist in London is so different to living there, and I think that's what Bradley realised when I was living there. So yeah, that is our goal, to move down to London. No, we will not be buying a house straight away because they are very expensive. Being at uni, it's so difficult to save. We are both trying our hardest this year to save everything that we can. It's kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing more sponsored videos and all those kind of things, because we're really trying to save so much money to be able to move down to London next year. Obviously there's a lot of costs just associated with moving anyway, and kind of like going and getting a flat. Even when you're renting it, there's a lot of fees you have to pay. So we're just trying to save a lot of money for that. We'd also like to go on holiday next year as well, so we're just trying to save a lot of money at the moment, and then as soon as we start renting and kind of living together, then we will be saving to buy a house. But buying houses are very expensive, and I think we have both come to terms with the fact that although we will rent and live in London, probably near to where I lived on my placement year because we both loved that area, there is no way we will be able to afford to buy a house in London. So it will mean us like relocating elsewhere, probably somewhere in between London and our hometown, which is in the Midlands. That was a bit of a long-winded answer to your question, sorry about that. Someone said, would you say you were an introvert or an extrovert? I would say I'm an extrovert. I do like my own space. I think it's very difficult to just have two different like parameters, like extrovert, introvert. I think for me, I'm an extrovert because I really enjoy other people's company. I'm a real talker. I can talk for hours. But I do enjoy my own space and my own company as well at certain times. If I'm surrounded by people all the time, I go a little bit crazy. I do need my own space. If I've been with people all day, then I like to in the evening just kind of sit, watch TV, whatever, just kind of by myself. But yeah, I do think I'm probably an extrovert with a few introvert kind of tendencies. Someone said, could you talk about your nut allergy? I understand if not, but I also have one and I feel a bit lost. So for anybody that didn't know, I have a nut allergy, I have an EpiPen, you know, the whole shebang. I've had one since I was about 11 or 12, maybe 13, I think probably about 12ish. I could have been even younger, I have no idea. I basically just developed it as, you know, when I was younger, and I got diagnosed with a nut allergy and I got an EpiPen and all that. So I don't really talk about it because I don't really feel like it's a massive part of my life. I do feel like recently I've had a lot of situations where I've had to juggle it. It does get kind of frustrating when you're going out for meals and all that kind of stuff, especially if you're younger. I think it's quite hard to be like, oh excuse me, I've got an allergy, can you like make sure that it doesn't go in my food? Because I'm a bit older, I feel like I just kind of say it. I don't really mind because I've had it for quite a while now. But I have to say I am quite good with it. I don't, I've never really had a severe reaction to need to go to hospital. I am quite careful with it, but obviously mistakes happen and obviously it's not always your fault. Like people can obviously accidentally put nuts in your food. I think there's a lot of things out in the press at the moment as well that are a bit scaremongering. I think if you have an allergy yourself you get really scared about, you know, going to prep for example and buying a sandwich. If you've got any specific questions about your nut allergy and you're scared or you know it's concerning you, just send me a message on Instagram and I'll try my best to reply to you and help if you've got anything you want tips and tricks on. But yeah, overall I kind of manage it now and I'm okay with it, but yeah, I don't really talk about it that much. Someone said, what's been your favourite experience of uni so far? Absolutely love your videos. Thank you very, very much. So my favourite experience of uni so far, I think it would be meeting my friends that I'm friends with now. So Christina, she's my bestest friend. I love her so much. She currently lives in London. We met in first year when I was on fashion buying and merchandising, which was the first course that I took when I was at MMU. I then changed courses after a year. That was the first course that I took and she was my friend on that course. We're still friends now, and yeah, I just love her to pieces. So I think just making friends, and then Sophie as well that I currently live with at the moment, she again is one of my best friends and I met her on my first year of business management. I think it's just so nice kind of like meeting people that you know you're going to be friends with for the rest of your life. If we're talking about overall experience, I've got to say first year as a whole, there's just nothing beats it. It is just the most incredible experience moving to a new city, knowing absolutely no one, because I really didn't. There was no one here that I know. Knowing no one, I wanted a fresh start. I didn't really enjoy school or sixth form. I struggled with girls and groups of girls at school and kind of friends and stuff, whereas I came to uni, I met people that I absolutely loved and I just had the best time ever. There's always going to be ups and downs in your first year. Obviously all throughout life there's going to be ups and downs, but specifically in your first year I think it's very much kind of like portrayed as like the best year of your life. You won't have any issues, nothing wrong. Obviously I did have things wrong, but overall when I look at it as like a, you know, a whole package, first year was just absolutely amazing. Someone has said, where would you like to be this time next year? Ideally, I would love to be living in London with Bradley with a lovely Christmas tree up in our lovely flat, to be working a really, really nice job, something that I really enjoy, preferably in PR, I would have thought, within fashion or beauty, be quite busy, but be very excited for Christmas and just really loving my life. I found this question interesting. Someone said, do you prefer living at home in Manchester or in London? So for me, London just beats them all. I absolutely love living in London, so that is my top one. I think one of the reasons why is because it's so big that like on a weekend for example you can literally do anything you want. If you want to get in the car and drive, like I lived kind of like quite far out of London, I lived in zone 4, so I could get in my car and just drive somewhere if I wanted to, or I could also get on the tube and go into central London and do that. I could just do so many things. I think it gives you so many opportunities to do so much that you want to do, and I think it's just incredible. I lived in a place where it was so lovely, the town that I lived in, but I lived in a place where you kind kind of felt enough out of London that you didn't feel like you were in the hustle and bustle all the time, but then you could go into London. And obviously I worked on Carnaby Street, so I was really in London, and when I came home I was out of London. I just really liked that combination. I also obviously absolutely love my hometown and going back to see my parents and whatever. I wouldn't ever really want to move back there. I may be moving back there temporarily after I graduate next year for 2 months or so, but ideally I don't really want to move back for any longer than that. I really love my town, it's lovely, but there's just not that much going on. It's like a little, you know, country town in the Midlands, and it is lovely, and I love home because it's home and it's always going to be special, but it's not the place that I want to like start my life really. And Manchester. So I do absolutely love Manchester, and if you would have asked me this question 2 years ago, I 100% would have said living here is the best, because I've never lived in London, and obviously the hometown situation would be the same answer. I think just living in Manchester now, for me, I feel like I've done it now. This is my 5th year, well no, it's my 4th year living here. I feel like I've done it for quite a long time now. I'm not saying that when you live somewhere for 4 years you've then got to move on, but I think going to London just seemed more me. I don't know, I love Manchester, and it's always going to have a special place in my heart because I went to uni here and all those kind of things, but yeah, I think London just takes it for me. Also as well, I think like I am from down south, not south, I'm from like the Midlands, but I'm not from the North Midlands, I'm from more like the South Midlands. So I think for me London feels more natural. I went to London a lot when I was younger, it's always been part of my life, whereas Manchester I'd never even visited before I came here to look at the uni. So I think that's one of the reasons why too. Someone's asked, do you feel like Manchester is a safe city for students to live? Love your videos. Thank you very much. Do I feel like it's a safe city? Yes, I do. I think obviously it is a big city. It's one of the biggest cities in the UK. So there is areas of it that are a bit dodgy and aren't the best. But I really have never really felt unsafe. There's probably a few times where I've felt like, you know, a bit wary of situations. But I've never felt extremely unsafe. If you're thinking of going to MMU, MMU's in a really, really like busy place. So when you're at uni, I feel like I've never felt unsafe at all. But I think, as with all cities, it does come with its plus and minuses. Obviously, it's very, very big. So yeah, just take that into consideration. I think sometimes, obviously, when you're coming from like a super small town and going to a city, it is quite a culture shock because there is so much difference. But yeah, I do feel like I felt safe here for the majority of time I've been at uni. I can't think of like a particular time where I haven't felt unsafe, and it's just, yeah, it's a great city to go to uni in. Someone said, who are your favourite people to watch on YouTube? So, literally, I have not a strange selection, but I don't really watch people my age. Literally, my favourite people are Miss Budget Beauty, who is now Michaela McDade, I'm pretty sure, on YouTube. I'll link all these down below. Brummy Mummy of 2, I absolutely love her. Louise Pentland, love her. Fleur de Force, love her. Basically people with kids. That's what seems to be the correlation here. I also really, really love Brogan's videos. I love Lily Pebbles, the Anna edit. There's so many, but for me they're like my core people that I watch. But yeah, like Brogan's really the only person that's like that similar to me in age that I watch. A majority of people, the main people that I watch, like when their videos come in my subscription box, I'm like clicking on. The majority of them have kids, and are much older than me, so I don't really know why that is, but apparently that's what I like. Someone said, what is your Christmas day like? And this question, I'm all over it. Thank you so much for asking it, because I'm very excited to answer it. So basically, on Christmas Day, my parents are split up. So on Christmas Day, I wake up with my mum. So I sleep at my mum's on Christmas Eve. I wake up with my mum and I open my presents at mum's house. We wake up early, like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Always have woken up early. My mum woke up like super, super early when she was a kid. Like she used to wake up at like 2 in the morning. So yeah, we wake up quite early. And one of the reasons because of this is because I spend the rest of the day at my dad's. So we open presents at mum's, we have breakfast, we have like a really nice chilled time, and then we get ready, and then me and my brother head over to my dad's house. My mum and my dad live really, really close, so it's literally like a couple of minutes drive. But we then drive over to my dad's house and get there for around 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. So if we didn't wake up super early at mum's, like if we woke up at 9, we'd literally have an hour and a half with my mum on Christmas Day. So that's why we wake up so early. So then we head over to dad's house at about 10:30, 11. We open presents there, and then then a lot of my family come over for Christmas Day at my dad's house. So we have like my grandma and granddad, my auntie and uncle, we have my stepsister and her husband and my niece, and we have like loads of people basically. I think we've got 16 this year for Christmas Day. So it's all like a big family affair. It's always so lovely. So then we have Christmas dinner, obviously. We do presents with everybody else, we play some games, we have some great puddings. Because I've got a nut allergy, as I mentioned previously, I can't eat Christmas pudding because like the majority or nearly every Christmas pudding has got nuts in it, and it's not really my kind of thing anyway. I don't love Christmas pudding, so I always get to choose my own desserts, not just for me to eat, but it's very tailored to me. I absolutely love anything chocolatey, so I always choose like an amazing dessert. I either go to M&S or Waitrose and I pick it out, and it's like a little tradition. We have dessert and stuff, and then Bradley pops round in like the late afternoon evening, probably about like 4:30ish or so. He'll pop round, me and him do presents. He lives obviously really close to me at home because we obviously went to school together. So he lives really close to me at home, so he pops round to me for about like an hour and a half, 2 hours max. He sees all my family and then we do presents. Then he goes back to his family, and then in the evening we just kind of have like a chilled time, play some more games, just, you know, have like a nice Christmas day. Then on Boxing Day we spend it with my mum and my mum's side of the family. The reason why we've always done this and we don't alternate the Christmas Day and Boxing Day with my mum and my dad is because Boxing Day is a massive day with my mum's side of the family. We do so many amazing things, like we go out for dinner, and then I love my cousins, like we get on so well. Hannah and Liv, like, you have my heart. I just absolutely love them. And so we just have the best day. We play loads of games. It's a really big family. Like, it's just so nice. It's basically Christmas Day again for me, because then I get to spend it like with my mum all day and my mum's side of the family. So yeah, basically that's what happens. And then whoever's house we go to after we go out for dinner, most people stay round. So we're going to my auntie's in Solihull this year, and we're going out for dinner, and then we're all going to play games and just have a nice time, and then we'll all stay around at her house. And yeah, it's just great. I love Christmas so much. Someone said, what's your best memory with Bradley? And when this came through last night, I told him, because I was on the phone to him at the time, and he was like, what are you going to say? And I really don't know. We've been together as a whole for 7 years now. Like, it's a very long time. And I don't think I can like pinpoint one memory. But there is a particular day that I just remember that I absolutely loved. The photo of it is on my bedside table, so I'm just going to grab it. It is this day right here, and we were about 16, I would have said, and obviously now I'm 23, so I think we were about 16, and it was snowing. We had a snow day off of school, and we just had the cutest day. We made the snowman and snow dog off of the snowman and snow dog. We made them in my mum's front garden, and then we like went for a lovely walk around all the snowy area where we live. And I just remember it being the cutest, nicest day, and I absolutely love this photo. At the time, I was really conscious of my skin. I hated going out without makeup. Obviously, with Bradley, I was okay, but I hated going outside anywhere without makeup. And in here, I can see that I've got no makeup on. I'm in my nice little owl hat, and we both just look so cosy and happy, and it was just such a lovely day. Obviously, there's many memories when we've been on holidays and we've done amazing things, but that for me just like is really at the forefront of my brain, probably because it's on my bedside table as a photo. But yeah, I loved that day. Someone said, how are you finding final year at uni? I'm finding it so stressful. Me too, pal, me too. I literally feel like it is the step from GCSE to A-level. For like first and second year, we're like, oh yeah, you're doing these assignments, you're getting first, woohoo. And then you get into third year and it's like, seriously, the assignments are completely different to anything you've ever done before, and you then realise why people say third year is so hard. So don't you worry, I'm on your side. I'm finding it stressful too. Someone said, favourite thing to do at the weekend, which I never really have those type of questions. I'm trying to answer stuff I've never answered before, because normally I get quite similar questions. But yeah, favourite thing to do at the weekend. So I normally see Bradley at the weekends, because obviously we don't see each other in the weeks because we are long distance. He lives in Nottingham and I live in Manchester. So some weekends we will go home, depending on if there's something going on. So the weekend just gone, we went home as I was putting the Christmas tree up at my house at home, and it was lovely. We had a lovely weekend. We went home that weekend. And then some weekends he will come here, some weekends I will go to him in Nottingham, and that's just basically how it rolls. My camera has just told me that there's no space on my card, so I'm going to wrap this video up after the next couple of questions. But sorry if the frame has kind of moved a little bit. But basically, someone asked, what would I read now? Oh, favourite thing to do at the weekend. So, I think one of my favourite things to do, like for example, the other weekend, I went to Broadleys for Black Friday weekend. So on the Friday night, we popped to the shops for a few hours. But on Saturday, we went shopping and we just had like the best day. We were like ticking off loads of things off our Christmas list. We were both really excited. We watched some lovely Christmas films, and then we just chilled on the Friday night, and then we chilled on the Sunday. We popped to like Pound Stretcher, I think, Poundland and Aldi and B&M, and just went and got some food for the week. I just like it when we like do things, but it's also quite chilled. There's not specifically like an amazing thing that I want to do every weekend. It's basically just having a nice time with Broadley. They're my favourite weekends. Yeah, I think because we don't get to see each other in the week, they're just my favourite things to do. Someone said, would you ever get a tattoo? Well done with your management, been supporting you since the beginning. Thank you so much. I don't think I will ever get a tattoo. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I don't mind them on other people, but I think on me, I think they would just look absolutely insane. I'm just not a tattoo type person. But yeah, I feel like maybe there was a significant moment in my life where I saw something that I really, really liked. Then potentially, I'm not going to rule it out for the rest of my life. But it would be something very small and either somewhere that you just couldn't really see, like maybe like, you know, the back of my neck, but then I guess if you put your hair up you can see it. Maybe like my feet or somewhere that you can't really see. It'd probably be like around that area, just somewhere that you can't really see basically. My friend Sophie has asked 3 questions, but the one that I'm going to answer is what's your favourite chocolate? I would say my favourite chocolate has got to be Hotel Chocolate caramel flavoured chocolate. So not caramel in chocolate, it's like caramel flavoured, so it's like milk with caramel flavouring. It is the best chocolate. Like they do so many different chocolates in there, but the caramel like little buttons or anything like that, oh my god, they're the best. And then I have to say Lindt, not Lindor, Lindt. Lindt bunnies, I absolutely love them. Like they are just the best. Like the bunnies or the bears or the reindeers, like any of those, they are my favourite chocolate. And then also Quality Street and Roses. This is all very Christmas related, but that's one of my favourite chocolates out. So yeah, Quality Street and Roses, absolute favourite chocolates. And I think some people are going to be like, yeah, but they've got nuts in them. Yeah, I give the nut ones to somebody else basically. But yeah, absolutely love Quality Street and Roses. They are my top. And the last one I'm going to answer, which is quite a deep question, is do you ever regret changing course? Now, I've never actually addressed this on my channel. I addressed it when I was actually changing it, but I've never like addressed regretting it or anything like that. I never really talk about it. So, I don't necessarily regret changing it because I think I would have been unhappy if I'd stuck with fashion buying and merchandising, which I was on. Not because of the fact I wasn't good at it. I actually ended up getting a 2-1 after my first year, which was absolutely fine. I was happy with it. But I just didn't enjoy it. It was far too design based for me, and I really like the business side. Obviously that's now why I'm doing business management. However, the one regret I probably do have is the fact that I was offered to go on to fashion promotion as a course at MMU, and I just ruled it out completely. I think because I was so scared that I picked such a specific course with fashion buying and merchandising, that if I moved on to fashion promotion and I didn't like it again, that would literally be the worst thing in the entire world. I didn't even give it a chance really, so I just moved on to business management and that's just what I did. However, I do think now, looking back, I should have given fashion promotion a lot more chance because I want to go into fashion PR. It's basically what fashion promotion is. I don't think you can do a placement though on fashion promotion at MMU. I might be completely wrong. Yeah, actually I think I am wrong. I think you can do a placement. I don't know, I feel like at the time maybe I couldn't. I don't really know, I can't remember. But anyway, I feel like with business management, as much as I'm doing really well at it and I've got first in my first and second year, I think as much as stuff like that I am good at it, it doesn't necessarily like stimulate me. I don't get really excited about what I'm writing. I don't really enjoy it to that much of an extent. Whereas I feel like if I'd done fashion promotion, I probably would have enjoyed it more. I try not to think about it too much because I think as much as it is good like to reflect on it and be like, I won't make that bad decision again, I think I'd never know what would have happened. I could have done fashion promotion, absolutely hated it. But yeah, basically I kind of wish that I would have given that a bigger chance basically. But yeah, I don't regret changing off of fashion buying and merchandising. I just kind of regret not giving other courses more of a chance basically. That is the last question I'm going to answer because I think this video is so super long. I feel like I've been filming for like an hour. I've really enjoyed filming this video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. Please give it a big thumbs thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Just give it a thumbs up just for the sausage dog wedding. Like, I feel like that deserves a thumbs up in itself. Please subscribe if you haven't before. I would love you to. Help us reach 20k, please, please, please. So yeah, please click the subscribe button if you haven't before, and click the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of my videos. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will speak to you next time. Bye!